This video is going to be about templates, and they start talking about templates in Chapter 6 when they talk about protecting and unprotecting worksheets, and they finish talking about templates in Chapter 7 when they have you save it as a template. So I'm going to do it all at once. So in Chapter 6, it's Chapter 6 Project 3 on page 159. In Chapter 7, it's Chapter 7 Project 3 on page 196. So what a template is a standard form that you want to fill in every month. So I have a checkbook here. And what I want to do every month is I'm going to change month to be whatever month it is, and I'm going to change the check amounts and deposits to be whatever the correct check amounts and deposits are for that month. So what I'm going to do is add in all the formatting and all the formulas I need, save it as a template, and then I'm going to delete the variables, which is this information in D&E, and save it again as a template. So I'm going to keep saving it as a template, and I'm just going to go through all the steps. First thing you want to do is open this file, Level 2 Chapter 6 Checkbook Practice Data. It's in the Dropbox called Level 2 Chapter 6 Practice Exercise. And the first thing I'm going to do is create formulas for the checkbook. So my formula is going to be equals the previous balance minus the check amount on the current row plus the deposit on the current row. Because if you've ever balanced your checkbook, you would never have a check amount and a deposit on the same row. You'd either have a check amount on the row or a deposit on the row, or maybe nothing on the row if it was a voided check. So my formula is going to be in F4 equals previous balance minus check amount on the current row plus deposit on the current row. Hit enter. I'm going to copy my formula down. So my formula is 1,000 minus 400 plus 0, 600. 600 minus 300 plus 0, 300. 300 minus 75 plus 0, 2 1/4. 2 1/4 minus 200 plus 0, 25. And for the next one, it's going to be 25 minus 0 plus 500. So I have a formula that's going to work whether I have a check amount or I have a deposit. Next thing I want to do for my template is change the text in A16 to be your name. And now I want to do all the formatting. So I'm going to turn on print grid lines, format columns D and E as commas, format column F as currency, and insert a standard footer, and return to normal view. And then when I go to print preview, I can see there's my print grid lines, there's my footer, there's all my formulas, and there's my formatting in columns D and E. I did not select the whole worksheet because I didn't want to change the formatting of column A, which was a date format. So now I have the formatting done, and I have the formulas done, and I'm going to save it as a template, even though I'm not finished yet, just to make sure I get the template started. So to save it as a template, you do File, Save As. You have to do Browse just because you have to start it somewhere. Save as type, do this first. Save as type, change it to Excel template. That way you don't forget and automatically overwrite something. So when I save it as an Excel template, it automatically goes to this directory called Custom Office Templates. If you're doing this at school, you might want to save it to a flash drive, but when you go to find the template, you'll have to know where that template is located. You'll have to go find that directory where you saved it. And then file name, I'm just going to save it as Level 2 Chapter 6 Practice, get rid of checkbook, and template, get rid of data. I'm putting template in uppercase just because it's easier to read, easier to find. I already have one, so that's why I'm getting this error message. So now my title bar says Level 2 Chapter 6 Practice Template Last Name .xltx. So when you save it as a template, it automatically saves it with the XLT extension versus the XLS extension, which was standard. If you can't see the extension, that's just the way your computer is set up, that's fine. Now to continue making this a template, what I want to do is get rid of all my variable information. So I'm going to select the information in D&E. If I wasn't sure what was a formula and what wasn't, I could turn on formulas. And then I can see, oh, well, there's my date. Remember, dates are how many days it's been since January 1, 1900. There's a number, there's a formula. I obviously don't want to delete any of those, so I'm just selecting the variables, which would change every month. And delete. I'm going back to displaying values, so I'm taking it out of formulas mode. Now what you need to do is unlock these cells. So unlocking the cells basically says these are the cells that you are able to change once you make it a template. So you select the cells that are changeable or are variables, and there's two ways to do this. Right click, go to Format Cells, click on the Protection tab, and turn off Locked, and hit OK. you cannot tell that these are unlocked. And until you protect the worksheet, it doesn't do anything. So you have to unlock the cells and protect the worksheet. And we'll do that in a couple minutes. The other thing I want to unprotect is A1 where it says month. So the other way to unprotect something is click on the cell, on the Home tab, go to the Cells group, click on the Format button, and towards the bottom in the Protection group, just click off Lock Cell. So this is unlocked and this is unlocked. And again, there's no way to tell what's unlocked unless you actually go to Format Cells again to see it. And I'm going to save the template again. I just deleted the variables and I unlocked some cells. Next thing you have to do is protect the worksheet. Again, if you unlock the cells and don't protect the worksheet, you haven't really done anything. If you protect the worksheet, don't unlock the cells, then you can't make any changes. So to protect the worksheet, you go to the Review tab and then Protect Sheet. Protect Workbook would do the same thing, would protect the entire workbook instead of just the sheet I'm on. I'm just going to do Protect Sheet for this exercise. You can password it. If you password it, you have to remember the password. If you don't remember the password, no one can help you. It's not like you forget your password to get on your computer. If you forget a password to a document, you can't get back in. So I'm going to put in the password of trees. Passwords are case sensitive. And then it asks you to type the password in again. So I'm going to type in trees again. And I'm going to save the template again. So I put in the formulas. I did all the formatting. I deleted the variables. And then I unlocked the cells that are variables, which are these and this one. Again, you can't tell. And then I protected the worksheet. So you have to unlock the cells and then protect the sheet in that order. So to try it out, I can click on any cell and try to type something, and it gives me this error message. So any cell that was not unlocked will give me an error message. So what you do is you unlock the cells that they can change, and everything else is locked. So again, these are the unlocked cells, and this is the unlocked cell. And those are the only cells that are changeable. So I'm going to save this. I'm now done with my template and close it. So then to test the template to make sure it worked, this is how you get in the template. Go to File, go to New, and you have to do it this way. And it lists all your templates. Click on Personal, and it lists all your templates on your computer. So your templates are saved on your computer, on your hard drive. So you need to create all your templates on the computer you're going to be working on. And my file name is Level 2, Chapter 6, Practice Template Last Name. And I click on that, and there's my document. So if I try to type some data in one of the unlocked cells, it gives me the error message. Again, it's everything that I didn't unlock. A1 is unlocked, so I can type in January, and then just type some values in D&E. And notice you can end up with a negative value. If I had $80 and I spent $700, then I'd get a negative value. So now I'm going to add a deposit, and then start taking out some money again. So the point of the template is every month I can open this and plug in values, and then all the formulas are there and all the formatting is there. This is really useful for big worksheets with lots of formulas. This one is pretty simplistic. Now I want to save this as a workbook. So to do that, you do File, Save As. I'm going to browse and put it in my standard directory. And my directory is the Excel book name, Level 2, Chapter 6. In the file name, notice Save As Type automatically goes back to save it as a workbook, XLS, not save it as a template. So Excel doesn't want you to overwrite the template. You can, but it doesn't want you to do it accidentally. So when you type in information in the template, when you go to save it, it saves it back as a workbook, so your template stays intact. So I'm going to put it in my directory, Level 2, Chapter 6. I'm going to change my file name to be Level 2, Chapter 6, Practice, and I'm going to change template to say January. I'm just typing these uppercase because it's easier to see. Also notice that it changed my name from Anderson to Anderson 1 because, again, it doesn't want you to accidentally overwrite your original data. And I hit Save, and that's my January workbook. And close that. Now if I want to check my template again, I do File, New. That's how you find your templates. Go to Personal, and your template, probably you only have one template on there, but find your template, Level 2, Chapter 6, Practice Template, your last name. And there's my template again. A1 says month, D&E don't have any information, A16 has my name on it. Now if I want to edit the template, so if I want to change toys to games, what I need to do is unprotect the sheet. This is on the Review tab, and then I can make my changes, and then I protect the sheet, and then I save it as a template again. So on review, click on Unprotect Sheet. I type in the password of trees, lowercase, and then it changes to Protect Sheet, meaning now it's unprotected and I could change anything. So I click on C11, change toys to games, protect the sheet, type in trees again, that's my password, type in trees again to verify my password, resave it as a template. You can't just click save, you have to do File Save As, Browse, Save As Type. Again, it wants to go back to Workbook, I have to tell it to save it as a template again. Again, it goes to Custom Office Templates. And then my file name is Level 2 Chapter 6 Practice Template. Notice it puts a 1 at the end of my name because, again, it doesn't want you to accidentally overwrite your file name. So I'm just going to take out the 1 after my file name. So it should be Level 2 Chapter 6 Practice Template last name. And hit Save. Do you want to replace it? Yes. Because now this is my newest and most improved template. And close it. So to test it, you do File New again. Go to Personal, go to Level 2, Chapter 6, Practice Template, your name, and now in C11 it says Game. And what I want you to upload is this file that's the template. So you might need to go to Explorer, Windows Explorer, go to Documents, go to My Documents, go down to Custom Office Templates, change your view to be Details, and instead of sorting by name, sort by date modified, and then it will put your most recent one at the top. So it should be this file right here, Level 2, Chapter 6, Practice Template, last name. And that's templates, so you're going to get a little bit of it in Chapter 6 and a little bit of it in Chapter 7, and this is all of it in one place. Thanks!